Hi everyone, CeeCee here. So it is the last day of Inktober. I thought I would come on and walk you through my thought process for this last page. At the same time, I'm going to try and redeem myself from yesterday's drawing. Not that it's wrong. I like the flowers. I just don't like the shading that I did. I made a few mistakes, and because I don't use pencil beforehand, this is what happens. You can't undo what you've done because it's ink. Anyways, I'm just going to continue using just ink for now. However, in the future, I'm probably going to use a pencil before doing any kind of drawing. So here we go. I'm kind of reading into this paint. It's not paint, it's India ink that I've laid down. So I'm seeing kind of like a mock-up rose or some other flower. I don't know the names of flowers. I'm sorry. I invent most of my flowers. I do have a book on flowers, but I just leaf through it for inspiration, and usually I'm not inspired by real flowers. But I kind of see here kind of like a branch with some leaves and then a drooping flower, so I'm just going to go with that for now. I'm going to use the Micron 01, the Pigma Micron by Sakura. This is the 01 tip, so it's a fine tip. And I'm going to trace what I see of this flower. And I make like very rough outlines. This is the style that I prefer. And then I might just refine that. I always end up refining, or sometimes even putting way too much shading, but anyways. So, and here is the branch that I'm seeing right here on top. I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing some kind of a leaf going down this way. And I'm seeing another one. Oops. Another leaf right here. I need to add another one just because I need 3. Alright, so this is a very basic outline of what I'm seeing. That flower is not attached to the branch, so let's do that. Okay. Now I have these 2 beautiful spots right here, and I was thinking of using that to create more of that kind of flower. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off because the shape is somewhat driving me in a different direction, but I will try. However, you know what, I think I will extend that branch a little bit. Yeah, that looks better to me. Now these this might end up being just a bud. This one might be another flower that stems from a different branch going, it's off the page. Yeah. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this type of flower. Let's see here. Let's use kind of like the same shape-ish. Okay. I'll work on that. And see, I don't know. This is where I always end up doing 2 flowers, feeling them, and then all of a sudden the third one is like, oh, what do I do? This one needs a leaf. Yeah. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what to do with this one. I'm stuck. These two pages are very different from each other. That's okay. They don't have to be the same style. I just don't know in which direction this one should be going, and that's why I'm stuck. So I'll work on these for a bit, just to see if I can find my inspiration somehow. I have a tendency to overshade, so I'm going to resist that urge right now. I'm also not using my favorite pen just because I wanted to finish off this Inktober in the same manner as I have done here. Although I didn't continue on this page, but at least I'm using the same pen. I don't know, it's just nice to jazz it up a little bit. Okay, here's the thing. Do I absolutely need 3 flowers? No. I like the composition of this. I'm going to have some more leaves down here, and that's going to be it. Because sometimes it happens, you know? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need another leaf somewhere. Maybe a little one going down here. Here. Okay. So now I can start working on shading, and I'm gonna try and not overdo it. Sorry. Too close. Okay. Something else that I want to talk about while I'm doing the shading. Someone, one of my subscribers, commented that the last few Inktober's that she watched from me, she asked me if I changed cameras because the last few that I've posted were in a better quality. Here's the story. It's quite funny, but actually quite dumb on my part, but I'm using the same camera that I've been using for the past 2 years. However, I noticed, well, I thought a couple of days ago that it was broken, and that's why I took a break from posting my Inktober's. There's a couple of days missing. I don't know if you've noticed. That's because I thought my camera was broken. For some reason, my footage was looking really weird. The lines were scraggly when I was editing, and it was just irritating me. So anyways, I started looking at the menus on my camera and trying to see if I can fix it. And I realized, and I also researched on YouTube, and I realized that I was shooting at 1080i, which is, the I stands for interlace, which kind of like reduces the number of lines on a video format. It's very technical, but all this to say that I should have been at 1080p for progressive. And so I have been using this nice camera the wrong way all this time. And I felt like an idiot. But anyways, I am now shooting at the right setting, and that's why you've probably seen an improvement in the quality of the video. So I apologize for being a doof for so long, but you know, never too late to learn. All right, I can already tell that I also will have a tendency to overshade this one as well, so I'm gonna try my best not to. I just add some weight to some of these scraggly lines just to emphasize the style of it. But I don't want to add too much. I hope this makes sense. I'm quite liking this, the kind of like the uneven lines, patchiness of it. I'm going to turn the book around. Don't get dizzy. The pen that I was using for most of my Inktober up until the day before yesterday is a Muji pen. You've heard me talk about this. It lended itself really well to fine detailing and fine shading and whatnot, but I find these ones, I see it's picking up little pieces, little fibers of this book, and that's a very cheapy sketchbook. It's not even meant for sketching, I think. There's no mark, there's no mark. There's no company name on it, so I have no idea. I don't even remember where I got this. It was in my stash, I just grabbed it. So I have had to glue 2 pages together because I was adding that India ink. All right. I'm kind of almost tempted to leave it at that. It's rather simple, but I really, really like the look. However, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shade a little bit more of those flowers because they get lost in the leaves. So I'm glad I took it easy for a little bit, just so just so it would tell me where I need to add, as opposed to being in a state of, you can't remove, you've gone too far. So I'm going to do that. And again, I don't want to add too much either. And for some reason, my light source is always coming from the corner left, like top corner left. I don't know why. Probably because I'm right-handed. I'm sorry, I stopped talking again. Alright, so for this one, I think, oops, that's all that I'm going to add. Already it looks more in focus, not in focus, but more prominent than the leaves. And then I'm going to do that bottom one. I'm going to flip the book again. Although, see now, see, this is what I do. I analyze my work as I go. Now, it doesn't make sense to have kind of like shading here, because if my light is going this way, it will not, this should be like in full light. Same as this part here. Now, the shading should be at the bottom for this one and not the top. Or, well, it's reversed, but you know what I mean. I have learned a lot during this October. I'm kind of sad that it's over, because just the fact that, you know, I had to do it because I really set my mind to finishing this. I wanted to see it through to the end. I hope I'm smart enough to keep that practice. I do have a regular sketchbook, and I do sketch, and my patrons see all my sketches that I've done. During the month. I always do like a month-end recap of my sketchbook to them. but I don't do it as regularly as I've done these Inktober. So I'm hoping that I will stick with that practice in my regular sketchbook. Okay, I don't want to overdo the petals either. I think I'm very close to that. And the leaves I'm not going to touch. I might just emphasize the underside of that branch. Oops, probably out of frame. Yeah. And I think this is it. Sign my name. So if you've stuck with me throughout this whole Inktober, or the second half, I would say, of Inktober, I didn't film everything. You deserve a medal, because these videos are quite long to watch. They are in real time. I did that on purpose. Not everybody likes to watch real time, but there are some of you that do. And I will do a complete flip through of my whole sketchbook soon. I'm just super busy with my 12 days of Christmas, but yeah, I think I should add some gold to this though. What do you think, guys? Just to commemorate the ending of this fabulous challenge, which I have appreciated a lot. So I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use watercolor, because, you know, gold watercolor. I'm just gonna cover up my background paper because I don't want to dirty it. All right. Not more than that. All right, well, that's it. That's the last of this wonderful challenge. I can't believe I've done it. I stuck to it. I stuck with it until the end. That's it. All right, so here's a close-up. The watercolor, the gold watercolor I just added is not dry, so it's not very reflective right now. You'll see from the photos at the end, they kind of look like weird tulips, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's my last day. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I've only filmed like the second part, like the last half of Inktober, and as I've mentioned, I will do a full sketchbook tour shortly. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.